Hey trainers, welcome back to Redbug, where today we're talking about some of the most iconic companions you'll ever catch early in your Pokémon journey, the Route 1 bird Pokémon. These flying types are often the first Pokémon you catch right after your starter, and many of them end up becoming key members of your team. But which Route 1 bird reigns supreme? Let's rank them all, from Genesis 1 to Genesis 9. Alright, before we dive in, let's go over how we're ranking these feathered friends. Our criteria include design. How cool or interesting does the bird look? Battle strength. How effective are they in battle as they evolve? Evolution line. Does their final evolution pack a punch, and is the progression interesting? Nostalgia and memorability. Do these birds stick with us long after the journey ends? Got it? Leave a like and subscribe. Now let's start with the lower tier birds and work our way up to the top. Coming in at the lower end of our list, these birds are still great companions, but compared to others, they just don't soar as high. Number 10. Pikipek, Generation 7, Pokémon Sun and Moon. Kicking off our list is Pikipek, the Route 1 bird from Alola. While Pikipek evolves into the woodpecker-inspired toucanon, which has a unique design, its battle performance is underwhelming. Pikipek itself is adorable, but the line feels somewhat lackluster in terms of battle utility. Toucanon's Beak Blast is cool, but the lack of versatility in the moveset keeps it at the bottom. Number 9. Hoot Hoot, Generation 2, Pokémon Gold, Silver, Crystal. Hoot Hoot is the nocturnal bird from Johto, and while it's memorable for its one-footed stance and eerie hooting sound, its evolution into Noctowl doesn't live up to its potential. Noctowl has decent special defense, but lacks the offensive power needed to make it a real threat in battle. Its psychic abilities add some depth, but compared to other birds, it's just a bit too passive. 8. Pidove, Gen 5, Pokémon Black and White. Pidove and its final evolution, Unfeasant, have a sleek design, but they lack the power and versatility to compete with the top-tier birds. Still, Unfeasant has decent attack and is a solid choice in the early game. Now we're getting into the mid-tier birds. These Pokémon start to show more promise both in design and battle performance, but they're still outclassed by some of the best. Number 7. Rookidee, Generation 8, Pokémon Sword and Shield. Rookidee from the Galar region evolves into the mighty Corviknight, a steel flying type that plays a massive role in competitive battles. Rookidee itself is a solid early game bird with decent speed and attack, but it doesn't really shine until it evolves. Once it becomes Corviknight, though, it's a tank with great defensive capabilities. However, the early stages can feel a bit slow compared to other birds. Number 6. Pidgey, Generation 1, Pokémon Red, Blue, Yellow. The original Route 1 bird. Pidgey may be one of the most nostalgic Pokémon out there, and its evolution into Pidgeot brings solid speed and decent stats. However, Pidgey's early game presence is more about nostalgia than actual battle power. Pidgeot does eventually gain access to Mega Evolution, making it significantly stronger, but it's still outclassed by more modern flying types. Number 5. Spearow, Generation 1, Pokémon Red, Blue, Yellow. Spearow, often overshadowed by Pidgey, brings a more aggressive playstyle early in the game. It evolves into Fearow, which has a higher attack stat and access to Drill Peck, making it a strong contender in the early to mid-game. Fearow isn't as flashy as some of the newer birds, but it's reliable and packs a punch, especially when you're looking for something with a bit more edge. Alright, now we're soaring into the top tier. These birds are not only iconic but also incredibly strong, making them standout companions throughout the game. Number 4. Wattrel, Generation 9, Pokémon Scarlet and Violet. Wattrel is an electric flying-type Pokémon introduced in Pokémon Scarlet and Violet. It resembles a small seabird with sleek black feathers, a yellow beak, and wings accented by light blue tips. Wattrel uses the power of electricity to enhance its speed and agility in the air, and it often soars over coastal regions. Its ability to convert static electricity from its surroundings into energy helps it defend itself from predators. Wattrel evolves into Kilowattrel, a larger and more powerful bird, amplifying its electric abilities. Number 3. Starly, Generation 4, Pokémon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Coming in second is the hard-hitting Starly line. Evolving into Staraptor, Starly may look unassuming at first, but this line quickly becomes one of the most powerful early-game flying types. With moves like Brave Bird in close combat, Staraptor is a beast on the battlefield. Its early-game speed and attack make Starly a reliable companion that only gets better as it evolves. Number 2. Taillow, Generation 3, Pokémon Ruby and Sapphire. Taillow's evolution into Swellow gives it blazing speed and strong physical attack, making it an excellent flying type for both early game and competitive play. Guts-boosted attacks from Swellow can hit incredibly hard, and while its defense is lacking, its ability to outspeed opponents makes it a formidable choice. The Taillow line has a clean, sleek design, and its battle potential keeps it high on the list. Number 1. Fletchling, Generation 6, Pokémon X and Y. And taking the top spot is none other than Fletchling from the Kalos region. Fletchling evolves into Talonflame, a powerhouse with a unique fire/flying typing. Talonflame dominated competitive play during Generation 6 with its access to Gale Wings, allowing priority flying-type moves like Brave Bird. Fletchling itself may be small and cute, but its evolution line offers both design and battle power that's hard to beat. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more Pokémon, and I'll see you next time on Redbug. Keep training, trainers!